Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry I did not have an update last week. As you see, I have done quite a bit of progression here on the kit and all the decaling and putting some of the almost final pieces together. What I want to talk about right now is just to go over the decaling, some points about this particular kit and this particular marking option on this kit. The decals, as mentioned before, they're printed by Cartograph, so they go down pretty well by and large. But some of these larger decals, like for example the wing panels and the main spine here on top, they're large pieces, and honestly, if I were doing this again, I probably would have cut these up into smaller pieces to better handle them and have them settle down. Like for example, I probably would have cut these along one of these edges or here in the middle where you have clear parts, and then assemble it there. It'll just make it easier to handle, easier to settle down. Because working with this big piece of film makes it harder for the whole thing to go down pretty smoothly. At least for me it did. Same thing with the spine. I would have cut it along these clear parts here and reassemble it. Also, the way that these decals are, some of these decals are big pieces like the wing, for example. And since this kit does have the option to have posable flaps, I think it would have been better if they had designed it so that you had a decal for the main part of the wing, decal for the leading edge flaps, decal for the rear flap here. I think that would have made more sense, so you can pose them easily and also give you smaller pieces of film to work with. That's one thing. Also, the one here at the top of the fuselage, if you take a look here at the very top, at the very front of the plane, you see these stripes kind of extending here into the nose cone, which they're not supposed to be. When I laid this out, I did the wings first, then I put in the, and using the wings as a reference for where the stripes are, I laid down the middle decal, and then I laid, based on that and the distance, looking at the decal instructions, I laid this one out, and then finally I did the nose. I probably should have done the nose first and then work in the middle, so I can space this out properly so I wouldn't have this issue here with this sticking up over here in the front. If I had put this more back, this would overlap this decal, which would not look good, so I just chose to extend it out just a little bit, a few millimeters, have that little overhang over the nose cone to get it spaced out properly. So that's something I would have done differently if I were doing this again. Also, some of these decals, the way that they're made, printed, again, same thing with the wings. I think they should have done these a little bit differently. The decal here for the top of the horizontal stabilizers is this part and extends into here. So it's one big piece that kind of flops over here, over the edge, and onto the actual stabilizer here. I mean, these really should have been done separate pieces, in my opinion. It would have been better without having to cut them. Also here underneath, this decal here, that goes here. This is one piece from here extending over into the landing gear doors. Again, they're not separate pieces. So when you're putting this, you have to have the landing gear door in and get all this to conform all nicely around those edges. Same thing with the ventral here at the bottom. This is one piece going from here to here. And again, I think that should have been separate pieces. It would have been better that way. Alright, so that's my little short update. I'm almost done, so probably next week I'll have the final pictures of this kit with all the fuel tanks, a master canopy, and a little more little details here and there. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.